Hello. This is Selena Ware with Selena Ware Consulting. I hope you're having a productive day. I wanted to drop in and give you a few tips around mistakes that job seekers make when they're looking and applying for a job. I have several because I love this stuff that I could rattle off, but I'm going to leave you with 2 to 3 today so you can have it, you can absorb it, you can go do something with it or not, or you can tell a friend, okay? So one of the mistakes that job seekers make when looking for a job, honestly, one of them is not dressing appropriately. I know that probably sounds odd, probably not talking to anybody that's listening to me right now, but it happens, right? We're in this post-COVID space, right? We are still doing interviews, initial interviews, maybe second interviews, and maybe even a third over Zoom, team meetings, etc. And so people tend to, in some cases, kind of dial it back a little because they feel a little bit more relaxed. And hence, that's how they're showing up, right? When you have an interview, do not go into an interview as if you're not going into the building and you're not meeting with people, right? You are meeting with people, you're just meeting with them in a virtual environment, right? So you need to dress appropriately as if you're going to an interview. You want to put your best foot forward in an interview. So you need to dress appropriately and look like you're taking this seriously, because especially if you're going to be doing a work from home job, if you finish how you start, right? So if you show up and you don't look professional, then they're going to already have this thought about you anyway. And how are you going to be perceived if you're having to interact with other people in this space, in this role? So that's already a demerit before you say one thing in the interview. It took a lot for you to get to the interview. So you don't want the physical be the thing that, degrades you from the rest of the candidate pool. So it's really important to dress appropriately in an interview. Another issue that people tend to forget about, but it happens, is not asking questions. So to get an interview, to spend 20 to 40 minutes with somebody at a minimum to talk about a job and a position, and then they give you this great elevator pitch about the role. You do your interview, you're parlaying your professional experience into the job description, all the things that you do, right, to sell yourself. And then at the end, they ask you if you have questions and you say you don't have any. Red flag. Do not, I repeat, do not pass go, do not collect $200, do not walk out of the interview without asking questions. So, two examples of questions you can ask. One could be, what do you think is the best part of the culture of this company? What are the things that make you want to get up and come to this job every day? What's the culture like? Explain that to me. I'd love to know. And sound excited about it, like you really want to know, right? Even if you don't, you just can't leave without asking a question. The second thing you could ask is, hey, I totally understand. You have to be concise and descriptive when we're creating job descriptions, etc. The job description was written very well. Thank you for all the information you provided me. But from a soft benefit perspective, from a soft skill level, is there a soft skill that wasn't on the job description that you really think is imperative for this role? I really would like to know. Can you share that? Do you have that? What is the thing in this role that maybe it creates a little bit more angst than normal that you need to be prepared for? I'd love for you to share that. That's a question. So those are your two questions right there, right? So what we went over, making sure that you ask questions, and number two, dressing appropriately. The third one is really this is near dear to my heart around interviews, is not being prepared. So nobody normally springs an interview on you and you only have 24-hour notice. You normally have at least 2 days, right? You took the time to get a resume together, to submit your resume. And by the way, 75% of resumes that are submitted within application tracking systems are not even seen by a human. So if you get the good grace to actually get an interview scheduled, okay, great. When you show up for that interview, you have to be prepared for the interview. The one thing that we can control is attitude and effort. If you need any help or support with that, please reach out to me. I'd be happy to help in any way, shape, or form. But please show up prepared. Most people don't even get an interview. For a fact, Southwest Airlines, they only hire 4% of the folks that even apply for roles. So the odds are already stacked against you. So if you get an opportunity to actually interview, it's super important that you find a way to make sure that you've researched the position, that you show up prepared, and that you're asking questions and you dress appropriately. That is what we can control in our space. So I hope I didn't hold you long. I hope this makes sense. I hope you like, share, or tell someone else about it. Please reach out to me if you need any help or assistance, and you have a great day. Bye bye.